In August last year, the Kiteezi landfill in Wakiso collapsed and over 30 people lost their lives, with several others losing their property. This, at the time, was treated as a matter of urgency, with the government promising to compensate and relocate the people who had been affected. While appearing before the Parliamentary Committee of Physical Infrastructure, KCCA officials were unable to satisfactorily explain to MPs about the progress of decommissioning Kiteezi.
The issue of the Kiteezi landfill. Can the KCCA provide updates on the status of the decommissioning of the Kiteezi landfill, which was expected to be out of possible dangers of repeat of garbage slide by end of the first quarter of 2025?
We thought we were handling an emergency, only to hit a deadlock, which near actually, I don't know, questioned me what, if it would be prosecuted, doing this, a lot of statements on my head, which I didn't know.
Were destroyed in the Kiteezi disaster, and this has not yet been given to us. Because of this, we have not been able to say with precision when we'll be able to completely pay off these people.
However, they have some money they secured from a donation.
Now we divided on that basket. So each got $1 million, and now we conducted a joint harmonization kind of inspection where they needed to know exactly what interventions can we do now to continue at AVAD as we prepare for the scientific decapping and capping.
Even the money that is to go towards the compensation of 101 people who were affected is not in the coming budget.
We are saying that after this incident, there are no steps at all. First of all, we don't know the affected people in exactness. I really want to understand where are we, which steps have we taken. For example, I would say we have done A, B, C, D, and we are stuck at C and Z.
But the money for compensation, since we didn't have a report, we couldn't say we are going to compensate people.
Who is doing this report?
Chief Government Value.
The question of the unit cost per kilometre constructed of roads within Kampala is said to be at 13 billion shillings. But MPs wanted to know what drives the cost too high, to which KCCA officials said they wait a report from the Ministry of Works about the cost drivers.
Why do roads in Kampala take so long to be completed? Why? Two, why are roads in Kampala very expensive considered to the cities around?
What does this entail? Does it entail drainage? Does it entail walkways and all the others? The tendency is when we approve or we say it's okay, the road will still remain narrow, no drainage, no mud. Then you come back with an addendum asking for.
Subject to the report, which is going to be released by the Ministry of Works, which I had the privilege to read, we will inform you and we will agree on the actual cost. But I wanted members to know that uniqueness of some roads has to be taken into consideration.
Several people are facing interruptions in their movements during the construction works currently happening in the city, with several roads closed. The MPs are advising that some of these works should happen during the night times when traffic is low.
You people, one, excavate and then abandon. You make the road impassable, then you abandon. If you're not ready, why do you excavate? A road has been passable or motorable, then you come and excavate and abandon it.
On the issue of contractors working during peak hours, we have held meetings with them and we have instructed them to utilize the night and weekends, and we'll be giving you progress on how we are moving on this.
Now that the ED is here, the Deputy and the Minister, we come up with a framework and a plan of how we look at these issues, come up with a report that can help us together and address the major challenges of physical infrastructure in our city.
Some are calling for the overhaul of the road infrastructure in Kampala, saying the road network was put up in the 1950s and does not match today's demands. Jumakiria, NTV.